Here we go. This is Eating with Sasquatch. I am the Sasquatch, and today we are doing Henry's hot sauce. This is out of the UK. This is the Virgin Ghost of Morello. I did a sauce of his before. I'm kind of doing, I guess you could call it a series in this stuff of the Henry's. He sent me 3 Cherry Ghost inspired sauces. Actually, he knows I like, my friend Sean Overthrow, I'm sorry if I didn't mention his name before. He knows that I like cherries and ghost peppers, and I think they pair perfectly together, especially in like sauces and things. So he basically custom made 3 cherry ghost pepper sauces. And so far, I had the cherry barbecue sauce, and that was the Fume Cherries. And pardon me if I'm saying that wrong. But that was a cherry barbecue sauce. Probably my favorite barbecue sauce I've ever had in my entire life. The cherries, there was actual chunks of cherries in there. It just mind blowing. It wasn't the hottest sauce in the world, but I was talking to Sean, and I guess he does a lot of his sauces for people that have tolerance levels that are somewhat normal. This is probably going to be something in that normal line, which is fine. I don't think most people sit around and do what I do. So, I need to have my tolerance as high as I can so I can pick through things that are maybe a little spicy for other people and kind of pull out the flavors and let you know what's in there. So, I'm going to try to find, there's usually like a little bit of what he has to say about this sauce on the side of it, and here it is. This can be used as an everyday table sauce. Enjoy with meat, fish, and even vegetables. A sweet chili style sauce made from Morello cherries and boot chilies. So, yep. So you can find him on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. The website is www.henryshotsauce, all one word, .co.uk. I'll put a link in the description on that too, to contact him. I'll try to put his Facebook in there too. I think he's pretty active in the Facebook scene too. And this is not something that he is advertising on his site per se. But I would imagine if we drum up enough interest in this, and this is over in the UK too. So you people that in the United States that are watching this, just remember that if you're going to get something like this shipped over to you, it's going to cost a lot of money to ship it over here. And that's just the casualty of being overseas. So this is something that's he kindly graciously sent over to me to try. He spent way too much money doing it, but love the guy for it. This is it's incredible stuff. I really love the artwork. I don't know if I showed the artwork really well on the last one, but like the guy he doesn't spare any expense on anything in this stuff. It's all high end. The bottles are not 5-ounce bottles like over in the United States. These are considerably larger. I do not know what the ounces is on the bottle. It says it's 150 milliliters, so it's definitely more than what you get in the United States in a normal hot sauce bottle. So let me go ahead and open this up. I'm going to peel the seal here. Oh, I did it again. I did this last time. I was hoping not to do that this time. I tore the seal bad. So he's got one of those kind of almost like a wine bottle whatchamacallit seal over the top of it. So this stuff looks like it is going to be a spectacular, almost dessert style sauce. I do not know though. I really do not know. This may be a very savory sauce. It just says it's a hot sauce, so he said it's a table sauce, so maybe that means that it's a little more of a savory sauce. Let's open the bottle and give her a smell. Boy, that consistency in there. Look at the way the neck looks. That to me looks like a dessert sauce just by the way that's sticking in the neck and everything like that. Okay, so this is a little different. Honestly, very, very first thing I smell is vinegar, and I want to say it's probably distilled white vinegar, if I had to guess. Could be wrong. So very vinegar forward. Not necessarily, I'm not necessarily a big vinegar fan, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to like this, and I will always try everything. And but I do love cherries and I do love ghosts, so I'm curious to see how this all plays together. But this does smell like a whole lot of vinegar, so we shall see. Let me see if I put it on the spoon, if it changes a little bit. So got the spoon here. Alrighty, let's see what it smells like on the spoon. Still smells like a whole lot of vinegar. So, there are some people out there that really love that kind of stuff. I don't know what I'm going to think of this yet. So let's put it in the mouth and check it out. 3, 2, 1, and... Okay. So the vinegar, which I kind of figured, it works in a weird way. It tastes fantastic, by the way. It works in a weird way. The vinegar almost kind of adds to the burn factor. It adds a little. I don't even know how to explain it. There's another side to the burn because there's a very strong vinegar amount in there. But the thing is you don't taste the vinegar. It's so weird. Your nose smells it. It goes in your mouth, and it's really, really sweet. Ooh, man, those Morello cherries are really coming through good. Nice tongue burn too, which is weird because the Boot Jolokia is not known to burn your tongue. I got a little in the back of the throat so far, but it's mainly on my tongue, which is strange. So let's get a little more of this. The taste is phenomenal. It really is. Yeah, it still smells. It smells like, the best way I can describe it is if you open the lid up on some vinegar and you smell it, that's what it smells like. But it doesn't taste like that at all. So weird. So sweet. This to me, very, very sweet. It could easily be used as a dessert sauce. For just any kind of desserts. I would say it's not very savory whatsoever. It's a really sweet sauce. And maybe he had to use so much vinegar to cut down some of that sweetness, because it's really sweet as is. And it kind of reminds me of almost a like, not quite the syrupy texture of like an ice cream syrup or something like that, but it's a little thinner than that, but very sweet like that. Man, that heat, I'm impressed by the heat. The heat is a strong 2, which is impressive. Honestly, the way he talked about it is he didn't think the heat was going to be too terrible for me. The strong 2 for me is fantastic. Let's go ahead and look at the ingredients in this, because I really want to know. Oh, red wine vinegar. Okay, well that explains a little bit more, but okay. So cherries, 33%, red wine vinegar, 33%, sugar, 33%, boot chilies, 1%, flavored with cloves, star anise, and cinnamon stick. So this is a very simple sauce. He kept this very, very simple. But it does explain with the sweetness, because you got basically the cherries and the sugar. That is that makes up 66% of this sauce. So yeah, that's explains a lot. I do actually kind of taste the cloves in there now that I see that they're in there. I don't taste the cinnamon. Let me get another hit of this. I don't taste the cinnamon, I don't think. Let's see if I can pick through it and find it. But I really don't. I don't feel like I taste the cinnamon. That is so interesting. Yeah, I don't taste the cinnamon whatsoever. Very faint flavor of the cloves. I don't taste the star anise. Yeah. Really, I would have never guessed it was red wine vinegar. Honestly, it smelled like... Yeah, it smells like distilled white vinegar. There is... I will say this. If you do not like vinegar, the smell may put you off a little bit. If you do like vinegar, the smell, you're just going to love it. But I will say this, even if you don't like vinegar, sometimes stuff like this, you need to give it a try. I don't care for vinegar. I really don't, which I know a hot sauce guy that doesn't care for vinegar, I know. But I really don't care for like a vinegar forward sauce. It's just not my thing. That being said, this smells like vinegar, but does not taste like vinegar. He pulled off some magical stuff. Sean Overthrow is a culinary genius from what I am seeing. So I honestly am not the least bit surprised that this stuff tastes as good as it does. Even though it smells like vinegar, it tastes phenomenal. I would love to try this on a jalapeno cheese popper. That may not be a popular thing over there in the UK, but over here, this would go great on that. I think that sweet and kind of, I guess, really tangy flavor that kind of comes along with this would really, really work well with that. But yeah, there's a ton of things. I could put this on ice cream. It would be a weird thing for me putting it on ice cream, but I would absolutely 100% do it. Because of the vinegar smell, you would think vinegar on ice cream, but I'm telling you, this would work on ice cream. This is a sauce that it's surprisingly much hotter than I expected. And honestly, I kind of wish I'd have prepped my stomach a little bit, because anything 2 and above, you kind of like to have a little something in your stomach before you down, 3 or 4 spoons of it, just because sometimes it doesn't like your stomach. Your stomach doesn't like it so well when you take in a bunch of that stuff. But this stuff is really tasty. Sean, you definitely, again, knocked it out of the park. I still got one left from Sean to do. I actually have it over here. I think it is I think it's just a cherry ghost sauce. Let me double check. Stretch. Fire roasted cherry warfare. So that'll be the next one I'll do. And this one looks more like a very thick sauce. So that'll be the last one of the series for the Henry's hot sauce from the UK. It is so cool. Again, I just want to say it's really cool to be able to have friends in different countries, and especially friends like Sean that'll go into their pocket and send stuff like this over so that I can experience what they get to experience over there. And honestly, like, people can say what they want, but with the last sauce, I'm blown away the fact that what I think of as American as barbecue, which I know everybody, all countries barbecue, but actual barbecue sauce, like, what I would call a Kansas City style barbecue sauce, something like that. You wouldn't expect other countries to be able to have not only made something that was really good, but would have mastered it to the level that he did. I mean, the sauce that he made, I think if there were pitmasters over here using that particular sauce at competitions, they'd be winning every one of them. It's that far above anything I've ever tasted. It's incredible. So, Sean, again, hats off to you, buddy. Sorry, the hair's crazy. Dude, incredible, man. Another home run in my book. I would have never guessed, especially when I cracked the lid, that I would have enjoyed this sauce so much. I really like it. This is, again, the Virgin Ghost of Morello. So, till next time, I'll be doing the fire roasted cherry warfare. Eat like a squatch.